Welcome in, didn't see you there. We're going to be playing some Hallow Masquerade. It is an itch.io game. It's made by Studio Suzui? Wait, I had it. Studio Suzumi. I was right, look at me. I tried to be fancy and look, I've already ruined it. But yeah, it's a dating sim, obviously. And it's spooky, which is the thing I like. I try to play itch.io games on Thursdays on my YouTube channel, so if you're here, welcome in. Don't forget to subscribe. Give me a comment, tell me what's your favorite kind of game, and we'll have a good time. I don't know anything about this game. It does look cool, and it's on itch.io, like I said, so I will leave the link in the description. I try to do that with the itch.io games because sometimes it's hard to find them. So let's get started. All Hallows Eve. The one night each year when all the ghouls, ghosts, and goblins come to play. When vampires emerge from their coffins and jack-o'-lanterns smile as the monsters crawl out from under your bed. Can you believe that? Okay. Woo! My dog scared me, sorry. When children get candy from their neighbors and couples dance the night away, drunk off cheap booze at large parties. And of course, where single folks, like me, wallow in their own self-pity after not being invited to a single party. I glance at my phone and I see that my best friend texted me back, apologizing for not being able to come over after all. Looks like he ended up getting a date for tonight, after all. I wanted to be happy for him, but it looks like I'll be spending Halloween alone again this year. With my head hung low, I trudged through the dimly lit streets with a bag full of cheap candy in my arms. I ran out of candy for trick-or-treaters earlier and had to run to the store to buy more. Man, this sucks. Why can't I ever do anything exciting on Halloween? I reach into the bag and pop a Tootsie Roll in my mouth in hopes that it will make me feel better about being single. Dots. It doesn't. As I'm walking down the sidewalk, I notice that this particular street seems emptier than usual. There aren't any kids in colorful costumes running around, and all the houses have their lights off already. It's barely 9 p.m. I wonder where everyone is. The neighborhood should still be bustling with activity, but everything is eerily quiet. Suddenly, a cool breeze sweeps through the empty street, and I break out into prickly goosebumps all up and down my arms. Maybe I should hurry up and get home. My house is luckily just one more block away, so I hold the bag of candy in my arms a little tighter, pick up the pace. Just as I'm about to round a corner, a loud, shrill cry from above pierces through the silence of the night. Ah! Something large, round, flies around my face, and I furiously swat at it, spilling my bag of candy all over the sidewalk. The creature continues to flap its wings against my head until I stumble backward and fall to the floor. What the... I look up to see a large fuzzy bat hovering above my head. It glances down at me with its glowing beady eyes. The intensity of its gaze is enough to freeze my blood in its veins. My attention is then drawn away from its eyes and towards a mysterious object clutched tightly in its feet. Is that bat holding a letter? I don't have much time to think about it as the bat swoops back towards me, only this time it doesn't try to fly at my head. The screeching bat drops the envelope right onto my lap before flapping away. Before I can even blink, the bat has fluttered out of sight, leaving me alone with only a letter as proof of its existence. What the hell? I pick up the sealed envelope in my hands, noticing the wax seal stamped on the back of it. The front of it, however, is left blank. It isn't addressed to anyone. What kind of person would use a bat like a carrier pigeon? Ugh, how bizarre. I guess someone is really into Halloween. I stare at the letter, wondering if I should open it. Seeing as there isn't a name or address attached to it, is there any harm in seeing what's inside? Despite a tiny voice inside my head warning me that curiosity kills the cat, I can't help but want to see what it is. Good thing I am not a cat, I suppose. I tear open the envelope, eager to see what's written inside. Big, bold letters that read, Halloween, Hallow Masquerade. I can't read. Greet me as soon as I open it. I'm immediately drawn to the image of a castle printed on the front, but there are also detailed pictures of bats and coffins everywhere on the page. Huh, that's strange. It's a flyer for a big Halloween party. My curiosity intensifies as I read the details of the party. If you have received this letter, then you are formally invited to Hallow Masquerade on October 31st. Dress your best and enjoy a night of fun, feasting, and frightening festivities. Dinner is at midnight. Don't be late or pay the price, mortals. Wow, these people really know how to make an impression. Sending out carrier bats to deliver invites to random people seems a little flashy to me. I didn't even know bats could be trained to do stuff like that. I guess the hosts are filthy rich. I read the invite over and over, wondering if maybe it was delivered to me by mistake. Could it be an open invite? Dots. Should I go? It's not like I have any other plans. I checked the address listed on the back. It's being held at the Dark Castle on Bridge Street. That's the famous medieval castle where our city holds annual Renaissance festivals. It's pretty close to my house. I checked my watch. Man, my friend will be so jealous if I told him I went to a big party at the Dark Castle. If I run home now, I can quickly get changed into a costume and be there well before midnight. What do I have to lose? I race home, a bag of candy still clutched in my hands, as I wonder what a costume I should bust out for the party. Since the host of the party seems to be big into vampires, maybe I should be dressed as a vampire too? I could also go as a vampire victim though. I wish I had more time to come up with something unique, but I don't want to be late. I end up throwing together an elegant vampire costume before popping in a fake pair of fangs. To top off my outfit, I slip on an ornate masquerade mask with lots of sparkles and feathers. You can't go into masquerade without a mask after all. Once I'm fully dressed, I call for a cab to take me directly to Dark Castle. Can I just say that I personally cannot put that stuff together in like a minute? How do you have that stuff ready? Even on Halloween, I don't have a mask. Hallow Masquerade, here I come. It's impossible for me to contain my excitement as the cab pulls up to the driveway of the Dark Castle. I love the art in this game. I think that's why I got it, because it's really pretty. My jaw drops as I drink in the sights of the impressive architecture, dazzled by all the vibrant and extravagant Halloween decorations that liven up the main gate. There's a stone bridge that leads to the main door of the castle, and the whole area is decorated in brightly lit jack-o'-lanterns, spiderwebs, and fanciful garlands. I hop out of the cab, marveling at the spectacular sight. As I stand at the base of the bridge, large groups of people in costumes hop out of the gothic, horse-drawn carriages, and I almost feel out of place stepping out of the cab. I see other attendees heading towards the main entrance, and my heart pounds in anticipation. Whoa, this party's even bigger than I imagined. Maybe if I'm lucky, I can make some cool new friends while I'm here. Or even manage to nab a date. I adjust the mask on my face, unable to wipe the grin off my face as I follow a group of people towards the front gate. There's a long line of people waiting to get inside, and I can only assume the party hasn't officially started yet. I guess I should just stand here in line with everyone else. I'm sure they'll let us in soon. After waiting in line for a few minutes, an unusual wave of dizziness unexpectedly crashes over me. Out of nowhere, my head starts to spin as my balance shifts uncomfortably. I have to focus on my breathing to keep from falling over. What? Why do I feel so wobbly all of a sudden? Did I eat too much candy earlier? My vision starts to go hazy, and I hop out of line to give myself some room to breathe. I have to brace my back against a stone pillar to keep myself from falling over. Just as quickly as it sprung up, the dizzy spell soon fades, and the throbbing of my head dies down. I take a deep breath before I suddenly hear a voice calling out to me from behind. Hi. Oi, you alright there, pal? I feel a gentle tap against my shoulder, and I quickly turn to see who is trying to get my attention.
You look a wee bit pale. Something the matter?
She talks! Wait, system. Is there a voice one? Okay. Resume. Standing before me is a young woman with pink, fluffy hair that reminds me of freshly spun cotton candy. In her hands is a stick with a vampire mask carefully attached at the top. Even though the mask covers the entirety of her face, I can see a pair of concerned eyes peering at me through the pupils.
Didn't tell me you already had too much. Maria, the party's barely started.
Wow, she's really good. Her giggle is pleasant as it rings in my ears, but the thickness of her heavy Scottish accent really contradicts the gentle ringing of her laughter. I mean, that's fair, though, to be fair. That's fair to be fair. Oh, I'm not sure what happened. I was totally fine on the way over here, but as soon as I got out of the cab, I started feeling faint.
Oh, dearie. That sounds like a bit of a problem. Eh? Can I give you anything? A sip of water, maybe?
I shake my head and I give her a soft smile. I'm alright, thank you. I'm actually starting to feel better. I appreciate the concern, though. Ugh, that was so weird. But at least the fuzziness went away. And my head feels totally fine, too.
Nae need to thank me, friend. I was just worried something might have got ahead of you.
Huh? Like what?
Oh, never you mind. Forget I says anything.
She let out a nervous laugh, and this time I take notice of her beautiful, elegant dress that hugs her curves in all the right places. I take in her appearance, wondering what she looks like beneath her mask before she speaks up again in a cheery voice.
What's your name?
Oh, my name
You favor these parts?
is... I'm Roses. I live pretty close by. How about you?
Glad to meet you. My name's Greer. I'm fae good old Scotland, if you couldn't tell.
You came all the way from Scotland just for a party?
Unfortunately, I have to travel pretty far for most jobs. But I do what must be done.
What do you mean?
Ah, never mind me. Just talking out my arse. Great place, by the way. But you might want to fix your mask. It's starting to slip off your face.
She leans forward and adjusts the straps of my mask around my ears. The gentle touch of her fingertips is enough to make my heart skip a beat, but I try my best to play it cool. Greer seems super sweet, and I bet she's pretty under that mask. Wonder why she's wasting her time helping someone like me. So, Greer, did you get your invite by a bat too? Shoulder shakes lightly from her laughter.
I bet your arse I did. The hosts really like to set a mood for their parties, but I suppose I'd be doing the same, gonna had the power to train bats.
Huh? People can train bats? Judging by the sound of her cute laughter, I can only guess that she's joking. Her laughter then quickly changes into a fit of coughs. Same. She sputters and then she unexpectedly drops her mask. Oh, she's so cute. What? Greer, are you okay? After a few more small coughs, she straightens up and wears a look of irritation on her face.
I almost died on gateway fangs again. These make me feel like an Egypt.
In her hand is a fake fang, and watch as she adjusts it back on her tooth. Don't worry about it, those things can be a real hassle. Denture glue does the trick, they won't slide or slip off at all. I give her a wide smile, showing off my own pair of fake canines.
Oh, that means that you...
Greer quickly... I'm saying her name wrong, I have to be, I'm sorry. I misheard her at the beginning. Quickly looks over her shoulder as if checking to make sure no one is around to listen.
Something tells me you and I are both like to eat. Twa peas in a pod.
Her mask is still lowered, and I'm drawn to the beauty of her charming smile. Wow, she just might be the most gorgeous girl I've ever seen.
I'm just having a wee click. Some folk will trick it. You can?
Yeah, I guess.
Aye.
Greer's eyes drift away from me as she looks at something over my shoulder. Curious as to what she's looking at, I turn around. Atop a nearby post is a creepy gargoyle that stares down at me with red, glowing orbs for eyes. Even though it is made of pure marble, its teeth look sharp and deadly. Huh? Has that gargoyle always been sitting there? It's kind of big and obvious. I can't believe I didn't notice it before. I stare a little deeper into the gargoyle's eyes, and my head starts to pound unexpectedly again. But even though my head hurts, I feel oddly elated. All I can think about is the delicious smell of caramel apples that wafts through the air. I can hear music blaring from inside the castle, and my feet unconsciously start to tap in rhythm with the song. I have the sudden urge to burst through the castle doors and dance the night away. I take a step forward before a hand on my shoulder stops me from walking any further.
So, are you feeling better?
Yeah, I can't explain it, but I'm just really happy all of a sudden. I just want to dance and sing.
I want to ken where you've been hiding your drink. I could have used a pick-me-up too.
I laugh, shake my head. No, I haven't had a drop of alcohol yet.
Oh,
Her eyes suddenly turn sharp and bites her lower lip. Her whole stature goes rigid, and I can see her hand balling to fists at her
I
side.
see. If no alcohol, then I suppose you already had a bit of blood then? Blood hits the system quicker than booze. Leaves you feeling floaty and warm inside.
Blood?
You must have been very, very thirsty.
She is staring daggers at me, and I can't help but feel a little uneasy underneath her steely gaze.
I wonder what poor innocent soul fell victim to your hunger.
Whoa, what is she talking about? Is this a joke? Is this a bird? Is that scary? The blood sounds delicious. Oh, I thought I could do the arrows, but I can't. That sounds scary. Geez, what are you talking about? That sounds really scary. The coldness of her gaze is gone with a blink, and she studies my face
So
closely.
you mean you didn't...
Done what? She releases a heavy sigh of relief before she forces an awkward laugh.
Help my bulb. You really had me worried there for a second.
I'm sorry, but what are you talking about? She takes another step towards me with a teasing smile on her glossy lips. Now that she's this close, I can smell the sweetness of her perfume.
You're still a normal person, but that could have changed in an instant. You dinna ken it's happened until it's too late.
Huh? She glances at the creepy gargoyle again, and she gets a little closer as she whispers in my
Find me
ear.
a party later, just afore midnight. Just act normal and blend in and try to have fun for now, alright? Mind your surroundings, and who you trust. A lie's halfway around Scotland before the truth has its boots on.
She pulls away, and I'm left standing there with a blank expression on my face. I have no clue what's going on or what she meant by all of that. All I can offer her is a small smile and a nod. She then suddenly turns her back towards me and walks towards the castle. What an interesting young woman. I don't fully understand her or her weird jokes, but I can't help but want to see her again. Maybe I'll ask her for a dance later tonight. I make my way back towards the front to see that the line hasn't moved at all. They're still not letting anyone in yet? Ooh. Alright, well, looks like it. We're gonna go for the mysterious one. I then notice a person standing alone by the wall. They're peering up at the sky through the trees, and I wonder if maybe they're waiting on someone. Or maybe they're alone here like me. I mean, I can't be the only person who didn't have a date for tonight. I decide to approach the lone stranger, and the closer I get, the more I'm rendered speechless by their beauty. I can't see their face under their mask, but they are very tall, slim, and elegant, like an ethereal elf. Their hair looks as soft as silk, and I watch as their long fingers brush some of their bangs to the side. Wow. They're both drop-dead beautiful and handsome at the same time. I wish I could see their face. They don't pay me any mind as I approach them, and a part of me wonders if maybe they're way out of my league. Dang. If you don't need anything, then please leave me be. I come over to avoid the crowd and watch the stars in peace. My actions would be in vain should someone plan to disturb me. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bother you. It's just that you look kind of lonely over here by yourself. Lonely? Yeah, I come here to the party by myself, but I'm hoping to make some friends and have a fun, memorable night. Wonder if maybe you were the same as me? To be honest, this is my first time ever coming to a Halloween party like this. The lovely stargazer doesn't even look at me as they keep their attention solely focused on the night sky above. I start to think that maybe I should just leave them alone, and since it's apparent that they want to be left alone. But they soon turn their gaze at me, and their enchanting shimmer in their eyes through their mask bring the butterflies to my chest. Unlike you, I have no desire to be here. Parties like this are suffocating, to say the least. I detest being around large groups. Oh, I see. Why are you here? They gently tilt their head towards me. Unfortunately, I didn't have much of a choice. I come from an I come from an influential family, and my presence is required at these types of events. Oh, influential. What? How interesting. But I'd much rather be in the comforts of my own home, where I can gaze at the stars in peace. Socializing can be so exhausting. Oh, I guess I can relate to that. I'm normally an introvert myself. I don't have a lot of friends and I don't really get out much. But it does get lonely at times. So I wanted to take tonight to break out of my shell for once. And hopefully make some precious memories. But to be honest, I'm already feeling a little anxious and overwhelmed. Maybe I'm not cut out for this kind of thing after all. I see. Realizing that I've probably been talking too much, I bow my head politely. Well, I know you're not thrilled to be here, but I hope you have a good evening nonetheless. I'll leave you be then. I turn to leave, but her soft voice halts me in my tracks. Wait. What? Gray. Gray? What's Gray? The castle? They make a noise that sounds vaguely similar to a chuckle. My name is Gray. Oh! Gray. That's a nice name. I'm Roses. Roses? Their voice is so smooth, and the way they say my name softly is enough to make my heart soar. You seem different than the others. Lively, enthusiastic, but somehow less annoying. Oh, thank you. Could this be a subtle indication that they don't mind my company? The idea that someone so refined would want to spend time with someone like me. I glanced down at my costume, realizing how underdressed they make me feel. I don't want to pass up the chance to get to know them better, though. Maybe I should suggest a quiet place for us to speak more later. I look past them and notice a high balcony towards the top of the castle. A balcony would be a great place to look at the stars. You know, it's kind of hard to see the stars from here, but I think there's a balcony up towards the top of the castle. I bet you could see the stars more clearly up there. I fidget nervously with my hands, eyes cast downward. Would you like to watch the stars with me on the balcony? They remain eerily silent. Yikes, maybe that was way too forward of me. A quiet balcony would be nice, but do you really have an interest in stargazing? How much do you know about stars? Their question puts me on the spot and makes me feel a little tongue-tied. Well, I'm not an expert, but I've always been fascinated by constellations. I know the largest known constellation is called Hydra, but honestly my favorite cluster is the Pleiades. Ah, I see you've done your research. For a moment, I was worried you were just trying to charm me by pretending to be interested in stars. I've always been surrounded by people who lie and pretend to be something they're not, just to get in my good graces. Because of your family? Gray nods solemnly. Yes, but it's always been a bit of a hindrance. I've come to learn that no one is ever truly as they seem. Well, I'm not from a wealthy family, and I can't say I understand what it would be like, but I can promise that when it comes to me, you'll get what you see. Gray laughed softly. I guess that remains to be seen. However, seeing as you have a genuine interest in astrology, I am curious about something. Why do you like the Pleiades? I used to live north, so I've never lived north, so we're gonna be the other way. They're blue, and blue's my favorite color. Gray's question catches me off guard, and I blurt out the first thing that pops in my head. Well, the Pleiades are actually blue, unlike their stars in the sky, and blue is my favorite color. Gray stares at me in disbelief. You like the Pleiades? Simply because they're blue? The flatness of their voices make me think I said the wrong thing. Is that bad? They sigh heavily in response. I never anticipated such a childish answer, but that serves me right for ever bothering to indulge a conversation with a commoner. What? A commoner? Me? You should move along. We have nothing else to discuss. They were just talking about how people... it's fine. Well, wait. I promise there's more to me than meets the eye. I'm sure we have a lot in common. Gray scoffs at my words, but I continue trying to persuade them to give me another chance nonetheless. Hey, I know. Why don't we head inside the party together? Parties may not generally be your thing, but not giving this masquerade a chance. You could drink, dance, and make new friends. It'd be a blast. Gray remains deadly silent before I can see a hint of coldness reflected in their eyes. Did you not hear what I just said? I detest being around large groups, and I absolutely detest parties of all kinds. There is nothing for me to gain by attending a party with someone who only enjoys the stars for their colors. Oh, crap. I really did mess up and say the wrong thing. I was starting to wonder if you and I were kindred spirits, but I see now that I was wrong. You're just like the rest. All you care about is putting on a charming facade and winning others over with lies and deceit. Huh? That's not me at all. Just leave me be. Alright, if you insist. Gray shrugs their shoulders but says nothing else. I guess I really messed up. Maybe I'll find them again later and apologize for pestering them. Wonder what I should do next. I start to see people slowly filling in at the castle door, and I can only surmise that they would finally be letting people into the party. I should probably wait until the line dies down a little. I guess we'll just work our way that way. I wander around outside for a moment before I notice someone sitting on the railing. His dark brown hair blows gently in the breeze, and his skull mask immediately grabs my attention. He's dressed like a pirate, and I can't help but want to know why he's sitting outside by himself. Ahoy there! I grin at him as I walk up. He regards my joke with a chuckle as he flashes me a charming smile, revealing a pair of shiny white fangs. Ahoy indeed! I love your vampire pirate costume. That's a unique idea. Why, thank you, my pet. Would you believe me if I told you I woke up like this? I laugh lightly, already charmed by his smile and charisma. You know what? I'll take your word for it. And what might a ravishing young thing like you be doing out here all alone? He has a rich British accent. I can't do British, I'm sorry. That's enough to make me melt in my shoes. Even though he's wearing a mask, I can tell he's eyeing me with interest as he looks at me. Up and down. I can't help but blush and laugh awkwardly at his flirtation. I could ask you the same thing, handsome. No idea where this burst of confidence has come from. I'm normally so shy and awkward around handsome strangers. The pirate hops off the railing, and with a dynamic gesture, he reaches for my hand to place a gentle kiss on my knuckles. Oh my, I just love your costume. Although I am curious to see what loveliness is hiding under your mask. Isn't that part of the fun, though? Not knowing what the other people look like at a masquerade? Touché, my friend, touché. The name's Rowan, and who are you, my pet? I tell him my name, and he grins. His grin widens further. Well, it is a pleasure to meet you, my dear. If you're not busy, mind I ask for a favor? A favor? I mean, sure. It just so happens I'm in a bit of a tight spot, and I could use a partner during tonight's festivities. A partner? As in a dance partner? He laughs, and the deepness of his voice draws me in. No. I require assistance with something a bit more involved than just dancing. He almost purrs as he keeps his attention on me, and I'm not sure how to respond. Is he seriously propositioning me right now? I'm very flattered, but I don't even know him. Oh, are you aware of who our hosts are for tonight's party? Huh? They're a wealthy bunch and have been hoarding millions and millions for many of years. I've heard rumors about the rare, expensive artifacts they have collected over time. A single ring from their collection would make you rich beyond your wildest dreams. I must get my hands on some of their treasure. Wait. Is he talking about stealing? I could never hope to sneak past the guards. You see, I've made quite a bit of a name for myself. I'll be recognized for sure. Even in a masquerade? I mean, you're wearing a mask. Our hosts are already expecting me. I'm sure every guard will be on the lookout for me. I am a notorious pirate, after all. I am Rowan, Scourge of the Camarilla. Scourge of the Camarilla, depending. A notorious pirate? Uh-oh, this guy actually sounds like bad news. If I wanted a shot at that treasure, I require a partner to help infiltrate some of the more secret rooms. I'll be willing to split the profits, of course. I wouldn't expect you to endanger your life without a fitting reward. What good would profits do me if I'm in jail for the rest of my life? Rowan laughs again. Oh, my dear, as long as you stick with me, you'll have nothing to fear. I'll keep you safe from prison time, and from our hosts as well. You'll leave here richer than you've ever been, so where is the downside? I don't like the idea of robbing the host of the party, but it does sound like it could be a fun adventure. What should I say? Sounds like a fun adventure. Sounds like a fun adventure. Oh my. I wasn't expecting you to agree so quickly. You're just so full of surprises, my dear. Hold your horses. I'm still thinking about it. But let's say I do agree and help you. How can you guarantee I won't be caught? A party as big as this is bound to have lots of security. I'll come up with a grand distraction while you slip into one of the rooms. And if I'm caught anyways, I'll swoop in to save you before you're apprehended. I know all the exits, so we can vanish into the night before anyone can lay a hand on us. That sounds risky. Can I really trust him? And how do I know you won't just abandon me or betray me? You have my word that no harm will befall you. That's not what I asked. What's wrong? Don't you want to place your trust in the hands of a handsome pirate? He grins nefariously, but something about it makes me blush. How can I consider you handsome if I haven't even seen your face? My question draws out a low, amused chuckle from him. If you wanted to see my face, my dear, all you needed to do was ask. He slowly removes the skull mask from his head, and I have to pinch myself to keep from gasping. Oh, my, this must be the most beautiful man I've ever seen. My staring is rewarded with a snarky grin as he runs a hand through his dark hair. Like what you see? I shift uncomfortably underneath his fiery gaze. No comment. Let's get back on topic. How do I know you won't stab me in the back? Come on, do I really seem like such a bad guy? I swear I won't abandon you or betray you. I could never hurt someone as cute as you. Not wanting him to see just how red my cheeks are, I point my chin towards the grin. I've never had someone hit on me this hard before. Or maybe he's just trying to tease me. You seem nervous. I promise everything will be fine. I have a map of the castle and can tell you exactly where their finest treasure is. He slings an arm over my shoulder, pulling me close to his side. So what do you say? Will you be my partner in crime? I promise to make it worth your while. My heart slams against my ribcage and I swallow a dry lump in my throat. Okay, fine. I'll be your partner. Splendid. I'll meet you inside the party later. We can hash out all the details later. Should we designate a specific meeting spot? No need. I'll seek you out myself. And if there is time, perhaps we can squeeze in a dance or two before our adventure? With a shy smile, I nod. He pulls away from me and instantly shiver as his warmth leaves me. I'll see you later, my pet. He sends a quick wink in my direction before he walks away. Man, he was really charming. I just hope I don't end up regretting our partnership. There's still a big group of people outside the door. I don't think I can get in just yet. Like so, where's Walker? Way that way. I then hear someone yelling nearby. What do you say to me, you punk? I have every right to be here, and I am not going anywhere. Oh wow, someone sounds mad about something. Maybe security isn't letting someone in? The yelling continues, and I end up following the echo from the shouts to see what's going on. I'm apparently too nosy for my own good. I notice a young man standing by himself at the end of the stone bridge. He is shouting through gritted teeth with his arms folded over his chest. Although he is apparently yelling at someone, I don't see anyone else around. Look, all I want to do is join the party, okay? Well, now you're just being rude. The young man is glaring up at a marble statue of a gargoyle. I'm going in there, whether you like it or not. He is yelling at a gargoyle. I should leave. I'm just about to walk away before I feel a strong hand reach for my wrist. Hey, you! I quickly whip my head around to see the angry young man staring right at me. He is holding on my wrist. His hold on my wrist is firm, but he's being careful not to actually hurt me. I stare back at him nervously, wondering why he's trying to get my attention. Do you think you could help me out with something? He turns his back to the gargoyle and leans in closer, softening his tone. I want to get into this party, but I didn't actually receive an invite. Thought I'd charm my way in, but my friends over there don't think I'm masquerade material. They think I should just run on home and forget about it like a good little boy. I glance over his shoulder back to where the gargoyle is sitting motionless atop a stone pillar. The gargoyle is his friend? Is this guy okay? Did he have too much to drink already? Oh man, I sound like Greer right now. It would help if someone invited were to work some magic for me. I blink a few times, unsure of what he wants me to do. You want me to tell the gargoyle to let you into the party? Obviously. The young man lets go of my wrist, and I take a moment to get a good look at him. He's dressed in what reminds me of a military uniform, but he isn't wearing a mask exactly. There's just a painted-on strip across his eyes that could hardly conceal his identity. Dare I say it? He's actually rather attractive. Oh no, he's hot! When I don't immediately respond, he sighs dejectedly as his shoulders slurp forward. What am I thinking? Asking someone like you probably would get me thrown out anyways, no offense. Someone like me? Come on, I put on my best outfit. My comment elicits a smile from him. Cute. What's your name, by the way? They call me Rune. I'm Roses. It's nice to meet you. Man, talk about a typical name for this era. It does suit you, though. Thanks, I suppose. So is there a reason your friend over there doesn't want you in? Well, I was invited to the last one, but I kinda made a mess of things. Got a little too carried away and they kicked me out. Carried away? Did you drink too much? Yeah, you could say that. Rune chuckles lightly to himself. Everyone's just jealous because I'm always the death of the party, but I do admit I went overboard last year. I plan on making up to the host this year. I even bought an apology gift for them. So, do you think you can help me out, Roses? We can enjoy the party together. It can be a fun date. His demeanor changes as he turns to face the gargoyle again. Hey, no one asked you. Did you hear what he said about me? He really is a jerk. I look back over to the creepy gargoyle. It's kind of weird that he thinks a gargoyle is his friend. But overall, Rune seems pretty harmless. He just wants to have a good time. Shouldn't he be allowed to do that? What should I do? We're gonna defend him to the gargoyle, obviously. I don't know you, but I don't see why you shouldn't be allowed to redeem yourself. His eyes lighten up. Huh? You really think so? His surprised expression is kind of cute, and I ended up laughing. Don't let a gargoyle tell you what you should or shouldn't do. You should go in if you want to. Oh, hell yeah. You said you wanted me to work some magic, right? Just leave it to me. Rune walks beside me as we approach the marble statue. Hey, Mr. Gargoyle. A sudden rush of courage entices me to link my arms through Rune's. This guy's with me. He's gonna be my +1 for tonight. We're going to dance the night away and have a blast together. You got a problem with that? The gargoyle, of course, doesn't respond. I feel silly talking to a statue, but Rune's smile makes it all worth it. Ha! I knew I could count on you, Roses. His excited smile quickly fades into a look of sheer irritation. Can you believe this guy? Saying that I'll just make a mess of things again? The gargoyle, as far as my knowledge, hasn't spoken a word. Everyone thinks I'm such a disappointment, but I plan to prove them all wrong tonight. I'm gonna show them what I'm made of tonight. And hey, you'll keep me under your watchful eye, won't you? And make sure I'm on my best behavior. Our arms are still linked, and I can't help but blush slightly. All I can manage is a simple nod. I hope he's not too much of a party animal tonight. I don't want to end up regretting helping him. Rune's a strange one, that's for sure, but he seems like a fun guy to be around nonetheless. I look from Rune over to the gargoyle again, and a cold chill suddenly runs down my spine. There's something unsettling about casually talking to Gothic architecture. I know it isn't alive, but I don't like how realistic its teeth look. You okay, Roses? You look like you've seen a ghost. Rune breaks the connection of our arms so we can point at the gargoyle. Oh, if you're worried about him, don't be. You seem pretty cool, so I'll make sure nobody bothers you tonight. I can't bring myself to look at Rune, too focused on the cold, empty stare of the statue's marble eyes. Hey, Roses? You should probably get back in line. The party's about to start. Wait, do you need me don't you need me to get inside? I thought you needed to have an invite. Well, I have a feeling security will let me in now. Rune shoots me a wink. I don't understand. Rune has a really strange sense of humor, but as long as everything works out for him, I guess it's fine. Thanks to you, I can go and have fun tonight, as long as you make sure I don't do anything crazy. But I have a few loose ends to tie up first, so go on ahead and I'll catch up with you. Loose ends? I wonder what he means by that. His smile is reassuring enough, so I give him a quick nod and I wave. Alright then, I'll see you inside. My lips are chapped. Oh, and roses? Huh? Don't dance with anyone but me tonight. You're my date and no one else's, got it? My cheeks flush even darker, but his laughter leads me to believe he's only teasing. As I walk away, I hear Rune continuing to speak with the gargoyle. I'm too afraid to hear what he's saying, though. There are still way too many people crowded around the front. I should wait around a bit longer before attempting to get inside. I glance around my surroundings, trying to see if there's anyone else I could try to strike up a conversation with. We got one more. As I stand in line, I notice a young woman off to the side, looking a bit restless as she darts behind a nearby tree to hide. She's keeping her head down, trying her best not to be seen by anyone, but the flying V guitar strapped in her back makes her stand out nonetheless. Curiosity gets the better of me, and I can't help but want to approach her. Hey, you look a little bit lost. Is something wrong? Even though there's a mask covering her eyes, I can tell she's looking at me with an annoyed expression on her face. Who are you and what do you want? If you're looking for an autograph, I'm not signing anything tonight, so buzz off. Huh? Autograph? Are you famous or something? She scowls at my question, turning her nose up at me in disdain. Are you serious right now? Do you really not know who I am? I shake my head. She sighs heavily, adjusting the strap of her guitar on her back. I guess that makes things easier. I'm tired of always being hounded by paparazzi. I laughed lightly, thinking she's joking. When she raised her brow at me, I quickly stifled any more laughter. Whoa, maybe she really is famous. Could I possibly just not recognize her because of her costume? So, are you going to be performing here tonight? Yes, my band, Alicia Ba, always performs at events like this, but we're not hitting the stage until later this evening. It's supposed to be a surprise performance, so it'd be bad if anyone saw me enter through the front door. I have no idea where my bandmates are either, and I can't seem to find another way into the party. If someone recognizes me, the surprise will be ruined. I understand your predicament. What's your name, by the way? Man, you don't really know who I am, do you? She gives me a worry smile. I thought you were just playing dumb to get my good graces, but I suppose I can tell you my name. It's Allie. What a lovely name. I'm a celebrity, not a peasant. I really shouldn't have to be figured out like this on my own. Where's a bodyguard when you need one? The host didn't provide an escort? If they did, do you really think I'd be out here alone? In any case, you shouldn't worry about me. You should hop back in line. The festivities will be starting as soon as you don't want to miss out. Man, I hate leaving her out like this by herself, but she doesn't really look like she wants to be bothered. Let me help you find another way in. Surely there's got to be another way in. Maybe we can find a way in together. She lets out a loud, annoying groan. Why would I want to stick in with you? Well, if you're doing just fine on your own, you're already be inside by now. Plus, you can use me as your personal bodyguard. You're pretty short, so you can easily hide behind my back. Who are you calling short? But you do have a point. I don't get it, though. Why do you want to help me out? It's not like you're a fan of mine or anything, considering that you don't know who Alicia Ba is. I can't read, I'm sorry. And even if you were, I already told you I'm not signing autographs tonight. Oh, come on. That stuff doesn't matter to me. I still offer to help even if I never realized you were in a band. I mean, who wouldn't want to help a gorgeous girl out? She blushes at my words before shyly looking down. Ugh, only morons help someone without expecting anything in return. But fine, I guess I can let you help me. Allie removes the mask covering her eyes, allowing me to see her entire face. This thing has been driving me crazy all night. It keeps sliding down. No one's allowed to see my face until our concert later tonight, but I'll make an exception just for you. She smiles softly, and my heart skips a beat. Her smile is so cute and dazzling, but it's the enchanting gleam in her eye that really draws me in. She's so beautiful. I can't believe I've never heard of her or her band before. I don't realize that I'm gawking at her until she raises a brow at me. Alright, hotshot, what's your plan? Why don't we take a look around the side of the castle? There's gotta be another way in. Just stay close and hide behind me so no one sees you or your guitar. Lead the way. We sneak around the back of the castle, trying our best to avoid any groups of other people. Allie keeps to the shadows and tries her best to hide behind me. Sneaking around like this is kind of fun. It feels like we're spies in a movie or something. I try not to let myself get distracted as I keep my eyes peeled for any kind of door. I then look up and spot a window a few above us. Hey, I think I see a window. Whoa, good eyes. I didn't even notice that before. It might be more useful than I thought. Thanks, I guess. Allie then looks at the window and frowns. That's awfully high up. How the hell am I supposed to get up there? I'm not a bat, you know. I can't fly. Here, let me give you a boost. You're pretty small, so I should easily be able to lift you up so you can reach the windowsill. But if you give me a boost, how will you get inside? I won't be able to pull you up. My roadies handle all the heavy lifting. I'm honored you still want me to hang out with you. Allie's cheeks turn even brighter under the moonlight. It's not that. I just thought I could help keep using you as a bodyguard. That's all. It's cool. I'll just meet you inside later. That is, if that's okay. Allie thinks for a second before she places her hands on her hips. Head to the stage in 2 hours. Make sure you're at the very front. Huh? You've never heard of my band, right? You've been seriously missing out. Our performance is gonna blow your mind. Alright, I'll be there front and center. I'll cheer my head off for you. I'll be looking forward to it. Now stop dawdling around. I need to get inside this instant. I chuckle lightly before holding my hands out to help her up the wall. She grabs on the windowsill and I hoist her up so she can push the glass window open and crawl inside. Good luck with the concert tonight. She only gives me a small subtle wave before disappearing. I smile to myself, realizing I enjoyed our little escapade more than I thought I would. I wander around outside for a moment before I notice someone sitting on the railing. His dark hair blows gently in the breeze, and his skull mask immediately grabs my attention. He's dressed like a pirate, and I can't help but want to know why he's sitting outside by himself. Ahoy there! Ahoy indeed. We already had this conversation. Why is it twice? I'm confused. Stealing is wrong. Stealing for a single ring or even a bracelet would hardly make a dent in their fortune. That's besides the point. Stealing is a crime. It doesn't matter who you take things from. Rowan sighs and scratches the back of his head. I wonder if you'd feel the same way if you knew who or what our hosts really are. Huh? What if I told you our hosts were a nasty bunch? Selfish, cruel, and cold-hearted. They've done many terrible things. With that in mind, is it really so bad stealing from the wicked? To be honest, I don't know a single thing about our hosts. I don't even know their names or where they work. They could be bad people, but I stand by what I said. Stealing is wrong no matter who you are stealing from. You might not feel that way later, but I won't push the matter further. I'm sure there is at least one person at this party with an adventurous side to them, but I suppose I'll leave you be. For now, at least. If you change your mind, come find me later. I roll my eyes. Sorry, but I won't be changing my mind. I came to the party to dance and have a good time, not to have lots of riches. I'd rather not end up in jail by the end of the night. Rowan laughs, but there's a hint of sinister intent hiding within it. Where's the fun if there's no risk? But I suppose I'll be taking my leave now. Have a good night, my friend. I watch him as he turns around and heads down the stone path. What did he mean by that? Are the hosts planning something weird? I highly doubt it. He's probably just trying to guilt trip me for turning down his offer. I then hear someone yelling nearby. Oh my god, really? I've messed it up. We'll get to the end of this. gonna be working. I wonder why I did that. It's so weird. I mean, the art's beautiful. The story is very engaging. So, I mean, you know, one little thing's fine. It's my fault. I did it wrong. We're gonna stick with what we did with him, though. Okay. Awesome. Now's my chance to get in. I join the line and I follow the large crowd of people inside the castle. At the main entrance is a hooded figure, and they're checking to see if everyone in line has their invitation. I glance around and I notice that everyone has the exact same type of invitation as me. I wonder if every single attendee received their invitation by a carrier bat. Since there are a lot of party guests here, the host must have had trained a lot of the bats to deliver these letters. I quickly shake off all thoughts as I'm ushered inside, and my breath hitches in my throat as I step inside the banquet hall. I'm rendered speechless by the grand display of lavish decorations and expensive Halloween ornaments hanging up on every wall. This party is bigger and fancier than I ever dreamed, but it's a little cramped in here. There's so many people here. Due to the overwhelming crowd, I feel my pulse quicken as my nerves start to kick in. I don't like being cramped in here without knowing anyone. Maybe I should try looking around and see if I can find anyone I know. So far I've met 5 individuals. They were all really unique and I would love to get to know them better. But who should I try to seek out? To be continued. Oh cool, I was gonna continue it, so that's great. Look at that, beautiful. That was a good little demo. I don't understand what happened at the end, but it was a good time. Oh, sorry. Getting late. Gotta drink a Red Bull. But yeah, I hope y'all had fun. I'm excited for this game. I hope it fully comes out, and I want more voice acting. So nice. But yeah, that was Hallow Masquerade. I think it was really pretty. I think it's really well done. I hope it comes out fully. Yeah, so don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you like about vampires and why they are the best. Thanks for playing. I will see you guys tomorrow with another video. Don't forget I'm also streaming. I've figured out my streaming schedule. I stream Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Until I get a real job, then we'll figure that out. But yeah, I hope you guys check the game out and have a good time. Talk to you guys later and stay spooky. I love you.